got going on here?
Alright, y'all. So, today, the goal is to get this center console cut out, shaped up, pretty much 100% laid out inside the car. So we got that plywood I showed you guys in the last video. We about to get ready to cut this thing right down the middle. And we're gonna put them on top of each other because remember we want to make our cutout exactly the same on both pieces of plywood. So yes, you may ask, why don't you just replace that out? Yeah, I'm gonna stencil it, cut that one, and then do it again. Well, to be honest with you, all cuts don't come out the exact same way. It's gonna have a little flaw in there. So it's best to just take these two pieces of wood on top and cut two pieces at the same time, and they will come out exactly the same. Now we're gonna cut this thing with that old ass Black & Decker over there. It might cut my fingers off.
Hopefully
we
it'll
had
work.
that thing and that thing with the trials and errors, but I ain't gonna lie. How long we had that thing, Dan?
Sure, almost 10 years.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Hey,
go right here, look.
Look,
That's proof.
That's it right there, man. We cut right through that
Yep.
thing, but she's still holding up, and I give it a 10 star. All right, people, so this is the part where we're gonna drill the two plywoods together. We just split it down the middle. We're gonna put both of the good clean sides. This is the end that I cut. As you can see, I got this side lined up perfectly, but like I said, cuts aren't always perfect. Even if I snapped it out, it's still uneven. So we're not even using this side. Bring them on this side there. You can see this side is completely straight over here. So this would be our bottom floor base, which is this end here. This end will go here because that's gonna be sitting flush on the floor. We know that's gonna be even. Yeah. But right now, he just in the way. Come on. Yeah, that's what happened when you got that 2-year-old. All right, you guys, so we're gonna start the process of cutting this thing out. Most of the straight angles, like these here, we're just gonna use the old Black & Decker over here. When we start getting to some of these turns, these corner edges here, we want that nice oval there, little bevel there, little bevel there. We're gonna use, once again, our specialty, Harbor Freight. We'll use our Harbor Freight jigsaw. So let's go ahead and
Get it.
get started on this thing. So I got most of the area cut out here. Remember, this is our piece, and sometimes I've done situations where I totally forgot what I was cutting and I cut into my piece, fucked it all up. But chopped off the access so it ain't too heavy. Now we're gonna come in with this bevel. I unplugged our skill saw and plugged in the jigger just to get this sweet little corner, and this is how this thing works. All you need, just to work those little corners just like that there. And then we're gonna come back in, the skill saw, get our straight line. Once we get back here, jig.
Come out.
You can see it for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Here, let's take our stencil. Remember, these are two pieces of plywood. We screwed them together. Let me show you underneath. There's 3 screws in there. 1, 2, 3. Those are wood screws, drywall screws, whatever screws to hold it. And then that's our stencil.
Right on the money.
Just like that. Where I come from, we call that a money shot. So here we have it. We put the pieces of plywood here. We literally just set them in. It's not evened out. I just dropped them in here so that you can finally get a vision of what's going on. And it's not that cardboard. So remember what I told you where the TV was set. Where the TV is set there, glove compartment, cup holders all in between here. And then as a backseat person here, you see me sitting back here. We'll have all our components, USBs you can plug in here. We may, I don't know if Dad's gonna wanna run a new AC in this thing, but if he did, we got so much room down here, it's all tubing. So you just do the flex tubing inside the glove compartment box, and then you can come out here with 2 vents, 2 AC vents, just for the guy over here, lady over here, whatever the case may be. And you can do whatever you want. That's why we build it the way we build it. Like this is huge. It's a big car. It's a Fleetwood, and this is gonna come out great, man. This project is gonna look real good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So on to getting this thing even and getting it all boarded up so she's all locked in, and then we'll continue fabricating from there. We're taking these 1x1s, and these are being used to hold those two pieces inside together. I'll show you just a second. Just to fabricate the inside of wood here, just like this, different areas. So I put one there, got one here. I'll put another one down low. We got the front, two more going up to the front, and I'll just hold everything together so that then I can come back and start shaping out for basically the center console for the cup holders, the TV that's going in front, the double den and shit like that. But she's coming along real nice. I just want to make sure that when I do all fabricate all this together, I can get this motherfucker out.
Oh yeah, let's get it. All right, y'all, we back on the center console today. Checking in with my boy Big Germ. What you got going on, dog?
Center console today, y'all. From some of the recent videos we posted, you seen when I did the cutout to get the shape, the cardboard. We are now moving forward on installing all our electronics as far as a 12-volt cigarette lighter, USB ports come with 2, and then a voltage checker so we make sure we know we got good voltage, whether he wants to hook it up for the amps or just for the main battery of the car. Push button starts here in the center console. So the tricks to that, Dev, I think you updated them that.
Yeah, I showed up the footage.
Yeah. That's just a safety thing to, keep you from stealing your car. And I plan on getting this thing wrapped in some fleece. The cup holders are set. As you see, we just drilled those out. A couple screws is lost. And the radio piece is not that important because we can center this out. We can cut that out later on. So I'm gonna leave that solid.
That's where the radio, the double den that we're gonna be putting in, gonna be going right here. We got the TV right here, bam, cup holder, push start,
Center console area.
stars in the roof. I think gonna look crazy. Like a wild fox.
So we're gonna keep y'all updated with the rest of the content. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on this thing, and hopefully by the end of the day it'll be wrapped. We're not gonna fiberglass it, we're just gonna wrap it so it'll be ready to go.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
So we're just putting a little bitty bracket back here. This bracket right here is gonna support the USBs for the back passengers. You see all this woodwork, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like there's spaces in between here because none of this stuff that you're seeing is going to be seen. It's going to be hidden underneath the finished fiberglass that's going to go over it. So you don't have to do this super clean. Just, put it in there. You see all my cuts is off. But once it's all said and done, you'll see how it comes out. But just like we put in these supports here, we're doing the same thing for the back. Yeah, so once I finish
Can't forget about the rear passengers back there.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Even though you probably won't be able to reach it from the rear seat.
Yeah, you probably won't, but,
Yeah, let's get to it.
Alright, so now that we got all our electronics tied in, we're getting ready to prep this thing for the fleece and fiberglass. So what I'm doing right now, I'm going to tape this entire thing just until about where I got this line right here. That's going to be my main fiberglass line to where I'm going to drop it down. And the reason why I'm taping is so it'll be taped. I'll put tape on here, and then I'll lay a thing of foil. I'll lay a thing of foil down really smooth, and then we'll lay the fleece over that, and then we'll resin it until it hardens. The reason for doing the tape and the foil is because we're making a mold. So once that hardens up, if you don't put something underneath to allow you to pull it off, it's going to stick to the wood, this whole set, and it's never going to come off. We want to make this whole centerpiece so it's removable so that we can work on it, get it super clean to a nice set finish, and then yeah, we'll just go from there. So we'll tune you guys in with a picture, or I will videotape once I get this thing fully taped up and start laying some foil on this thing.
Now, foil as in Thanksgiving take-home plate.
It gotta be the heavy duty, bro.
Oh man, non-stick.
The non-stickable, all compatible foil.
Yeah.
Tape on there. I already explained to you what the tape was for. Now I'm about to come back with this fleece, and wrap this thing around it. It's gonna go on quite light, we're not gonna put a whole bunch of staples in the fleece. We're gonna keep this, the reason I went so far down the tape here is because I'm gonna have the staples low. And the reason for doing the staples low is that instead of me stapling them up high like this, I'm not gonna be able to pull this off if I need to. If all the staples are low down here, I'm gonna fleece everything up as tight as I can from this point on and try not to hit the staple. That's why I come back, pull the staples out, and then we can, if it sticks to this, it's just tape at the end of the day, and then we can just literally just yank that off. So hopefully everything goes well. We'll tune back in with you once I get this stuff here laid, and voila. Over our mold, and this thing is ready for fiberglass resin. I got a can of fiberglass resin right here by Bondo. You can pick this up from Home Depot or AutoZone. It comes in the little quart cans, and it comes in the gallons. Plan for this is to soak this whole mat up. We got some brushes, we got some bowls to put the resin in, and just brush it over. As you can see, I did it a little different from what I was going to do before. Before, I was planning on removing this thing so I can remove it back and forth, but I thought about it, and with me removing it and putting it back on, there wasn't going to really be a way for me to lock this down if I was removing it. So I just made it so it's one entire whole piece, and we'll come back once it's all hardened up. We'll hit it with the we'll hit all the holes out that we need because they're underneath here. Hit all our holes out, and we'll sand it down with 80 grit sandpaper. Come back with some Rondo. I'll show you guys what the Rondo is once we get to that point, and then you'll see the finish. But for today, I'm just planning on putting this resin on there and letting it sit for the next 24 hours. So stay tuned. Yo, so here it is, y'all. Resin is on. You can see from the color difference from here. This is the regular part. I will be hitting this as well, but this is not too important because this is pretty much where all the wires and everything else is going. But the resin is on. We're gonna let this resin sit for 24 hours. Tomorrow I plan on coming back and laying some fiberglass over. We have the fiberglass right here. I was just cutting it to size. That's these little hairs you see all on here right now. And then
the actual fibers.
That's the actual fiber. That's gonna toughen it up. So once this is hardened, it's going to be hard, but it's not going to be like rock solid. So then we come back with the fiberglass. We'll soak the fiberglass and just set the fiberglass right over the top of it. That's going to get it super solid. And then from there, we'll let it sit for another 24 hours, come back the next day, sand it down with the 80 grit, and make it look pretty. But yeah, this is going to be it for the day, you guys. So thanks for tuning in with your boy. And like and subscribe, like always.